Before we can become continuous cruisers aboard our canal boat, there is one last job we need to tackle: fixing a broken bolt on our generator that is preventing us from recommissioning it. Have we finally found an engineer who can help? Well, good morning. Today is a big day for me because I have to move the boat to Thorne Boat Services. Now they're based half a mile in that direction. Why is this a problem? Well, there's a few things against me today, not least the weather. It has been gusting really quite strong. So the average wind speeds are approximately 12 to 15 knots, but it's been gusting up to 30 knots. The second problem is that I'm on my own. So contending with this, it's just putting me a little bit on edge because, as we know, Happy Days does not like winds, especially side winds like what we have. Because of those winds, we're also getting this. Let me just drop down here. I don't know how much of this you can see, but the canal is starting to fill up with leaves, but more importantly, duckweed. So we're getting great big huge patches of duckweed here. And as you may be able to see, Happy Days is bouncing backwards and forwards off the side here. So the reason why it's a little bit of an issue is because, of course, the lock is electronic. That is going to require, obviously, the lock itself, which is electronically controlled. There is a manual swing bridge and manual gates that have to be closed and opened to stop the traffic. Not that there's much traffic, but anyway, it will be a pain in the arse on my own. So Gary, our electrician, has very kindly volunteered to help me with that. So he's going to go over there, he's going to open up the lock, and then hopefully what I'm planning to do is from our slip just go straight into the lock. So, you know, in principle, in theory, it's all very straightforward. And then it's, as I say, it's not even half a mile to the next point. But down that end, we've got a lot of parked boats. And of course, that's where we're getting quite a bit of the side winds as well. So it always just puts me on edge. I'm sure it will be fine when it comes to it. But that's what I've got to do. Now, I don't know how much I'm going to record. So I'll just give you a little glimpse of that through our door there, of all the duckweed that's floating past. Actually, I'm quite fortunate because that was hanging around by my entrance to the lock just up there, and the wind has actually pushed it back. So hopefully the wind will blow that out of the way. But yeah, there we go. Next update will probably just be me either stacking into another boat or successfully mooring up. That's the first bit done. Slipped the Marina through the lock. I'm now coming down into uncharted territory. Haven't been this way before. A lot of duckweed around. At the moment the wind's okay because we've got very good protection from the bushes on the starboard side, but we're going to turn a corner in a minute, and hopefully the boys in the boatyards down here have moved a cruiser that was in the way. They said they were going to move it at 8:30 this morning. So let's see what transpires as we turn this next corner now. I'm going to have to put the camera down though, so you're going to miss the fun and excitement, I'm afraid. Well, made it. Ran over something in the water, maybe a branch or something, but the boat kept moving in the right direction. And sure enough, the boys had moved the cruiser, so I was able to come in. Just one little knock against the pontoon, just because of the angle, but otherwise, yeah, it was all good. So I was quite pleased about that. Matthew's already come and had a quick look at the offending bolt that we're going to look to drill out, and we're just going to let everything cool down while he works on another boat. And I've just heard that Liz seems to have closed on the tenants and could be coming back today as well. So let's see how this day pans out. Matthew didn't want me recording him at work, which is fair enough. So just to quickly explain, his approach was to create this little jig which screws into the top cap. So this acts as a guide. It's got a hole in it, and he just drilled down into it using his 90-degree drill to make a hole into the actual bolt itself. He did try extracting it. It would not budge, so he ended up tapping it. As you may be able to tell, we're back home, back in the slip. So yeah, great job by Matthew there. All done in an hour or so. So paid up and he helped me turn the boat around. It's very tight down there. We're 57 foot. I'd say the canal's probably 60 foot wide. So we used a bit of wind, a bit of bow thruster just to turn the boat around, and we were away. The boys on the lock were there, so they saw me coming, which was great because they prepared the lock for me as I came in. And then brought the boat back into the slip myself, which is the first time I've ever done that. Well, apart from doing it down that end, but the first time at this end. And look at this. As I pan the camera around, you'll see that great big patch of weed that I was worried about earlier that had travelled all the way down there is now back alongside Happy Days. Fortunately, we were able to avoid it. So that's great. That's job done. Obviously, this is really just to fix the broken bolt. What I've now got to do is put the new thermostat in and run it again in the hope that it was the thermostat that was causing the generator to cut out. If it continues to cut out, then we're back to square one again, but at least now we've sorted that out. And meanwhile, Liz has done everything with the flat in London and she is making her way back. She's going to be back this evening, and there's a certain furry four-legged creature who doesn't know this yet. He is going to be extremely excited. So anyway, a day of jubilation and relaxation. We can just breathe easy a little bit now, which is great. Here we are back in the boatyard, and I'm just tending to the cooling system on the generator. I suspect this is why the thermostat wasn't working. I'm hoping this is why the thermostat wasn't working. I wanted to give you an example of exactly how dirty the whole cooling system is. Just bear with me as I bend down. This is the filler cap, and I'm just going to wipe inside here. Look at that. It's encrusted with, it looks like mud, just rusty mud. It looks like someone has literally poured a bucket of rusty mud inside this system. And this is the same for here. This is the thermostat housing. And again, if I run a rag inside there, you can see it's just pulling up all kinds of horrible gunk. So what I'm going to do is, I've taken the actual thermostat cap housing, that's already soaking in some water. I'll cut to some footage of that because that was horrific. The amount of crud that was coming off of it was, I mean, the thermostat had no chance of working at all. So what I'm going to do is, once that's all soaked, put it back on. Just first of all fill it up with maybe some warm water and extract it out using my trusty vacuum pump. I've already put this in once and just taken out what was sitting at the bottom, and it was thick dark brown coloured. So I'm going to do that a few times. I then have some proper water coolant wash, which is basically something that you put into the whole system, fill it up as normal, and then try and run it so you're actually running through the cleaner. And then of course I will let that cool down, drain it, fill it up again. So I'm going to be doing this a few times. I won't bore you with that. And cut back to when I'm going to run it for the first time with clean coolant water and a new thermostat. Well, as you may be able to hear, and among all the other yard noises, we have the generator running. And it's been running for, what, 8 minutes so far. Now, when I last ran it, it was cutting out within, I don't know, what, 3 minutes when it was run from cold. Hasn't cut out yet. What's more, I've been able to actually turn it on so it's actually charging the batteries, which is quite a happy coincidence because only yesterday our breaker panel stopped working. So we've not been charging the batteries, and of course no sun. Anyway, I'm going to let it continue to run for just another 5 minutes or so that cleaning fluid works its way through the system. We turn it off, let the system cool down, drain it, and then we'll put in the normal antifreeze and water mix. But yeah, so far, I don't want to jinx it. I should have perhaps done this recording after 10 minutes, but so far Let's see. Last clip of the day hopefully, and this is the generator now running as per normal, dare I say it. So after allowing the engine, the diesel generator to cool down, I just flushed it out, got rid of the cleaner, the solution that you dilute with water, and just topped it up with 50-50 coolant and normal water. So it's now been running for almost 25 minutes, and it hasn't shut down yet, which is fantastic. That's far longer than we've ever managed to achieve before. Has it passed? Don't know. I'm just going to leave it running now. I think I'm going to let it run for a good hour or so, just to make sure that everything is working. But the reason why I was recording it down here is because I wanted to give you an idea of how it sounds. And honestly, I mean, it's not too bad. It's certainly a lot quieter than an engine. There's a few vibrations in the galley, things clunking around, but otherwise this is completely bearable. And in fact, what I think we'll probably end up doing is, when we know the weather's not going to be great with not much sun, we'll just run the generator when we take Marley for a walk in the morning, or maybe late in the afternoon. And yeah, job's a good one. So far, very happy. And thank you once again to Matthew down at Thorne Boat Services, who sorted out that bolt, because that was the one thing holding us back. It's all good.